This is gonna be a problem. Pretty straightforward recipe. We're gonna mix our dry ingredients, we're gonna mix our wet ingredients, we're gonna dump them all together, we're gonna throw some coffee in there, we're gonna spread it in a pan, we're gonna bake it, we're gonna cool it, we're gonna spread it, we're gonna stack it, we're gonna eat it. Are you ready? Let's go. Can we say diabetes? 64-ish? That's what we're going with. And remember, did I say cocoa powder? I meant cacao powder. Spoon baking powder and 1 teaspoon salt. We do the pink stuff because it's fancy and it's from Sam's and it's cheaper. That's the real reason. Whisk, 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 whisk. Let's add our wet ingredients. 1/2 cup of neutral oil. I'm going to use canola today. Can I ask somebody, why in the world do they make left-handed measuring cups? Because why would you pour the oil with your left hand if you're right-handed? But then the numbers are on this side. I think I have a left-handed measuring cup if that's a thing. It drives me crazy. Pyrex. Fix that if it's not how it is. I've had this for 30 years, I bet. I complain every single time I use it. Because it's on milliliters. Who uses milliliters? Is it even milliliters? It's milliliters. Yeah, nobody uses milliliters. Not in this country, at least. The rest of the world, maybe. But not good old USA, because we know. 2 eggs. Not cooperating. And no, I don't crack my eggs in a separate bowl to make sure they're good, because in all my years, I've never had a bad egg, which means I probably have had a bad egg, but I don't know what a bad egg looks like, so guess what? You're eating it. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Only the good stuff for my friends. Ooh. I'm gonna whisk. I'm gonna go ahead and whisk this together so it's not so hard. And yes, my whisk broke. I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of sour cream. 3/4 cup of buttermilk. Oh, you know it's gonna be good when there's buttermilk. Our sourdough starter, we need a 1/2 cup. So now let's add our dry ingredients in. Whisk those. We're gonna do a little bit of it. Oh my gosh, this is totally kind of giving me Texas sheet cake vibes. Yep, it is. Oh. Don't do that. I did it again. Oh gosh. Slow down. Our secret ingredient is coffee. I'll tell you forever, I didn't use parchment paper. It's a game changer if you're a baker. It just makes everything bake a little bit more evenly. And when I'm cooking something that I want to take out, I put some oil down below it because it just helps it stick. And you can see I made the edges a little bit longer. So when we want to pull it out after it's cooled, genius. And no, that was not my idea. I saw somebody else do it. So get it real good in the corners. Sometimes I even fold it down so it'll stay good. All right, there we go. I will say my pan, it called for a 1/2 sheet pan, which I don't even know what that means, and I Googled it, and it said like 13 by 18. Who has that pan? Not me. So this one is like 12 by 16 or 17. So I was like, close enough. We're gonna cut it. We can either do one of 2 things. We can keep it like a sheet cake and ice it and be done with it, call it a day. Or you can cut this into squares and stack it. And then you have an easy way to have a double or triple layered cake and your layers are even. How many times do you put stuff in a round pan and you don't weigh it and your layers are not even? This is the perfect hack to make sure all your layers are even. It's very loose, which is kind of weird to me. But hey, what do we always say? I hear you screaming it, trust the process. Here we go, let's get this in the oven. We're gonna let this cool, and then we're gonna make our frosting. Here's the problem that most people make when creaming their butter. They don't do it long enough. So we are going to do this for 2 full minutes. You literally want the color of your butter to change from like a yellow to almost a white. The longest 2 minutes of my life. And that's why I use a stand mixer normally. That is really good. Okay, the moment of truth. I'm gonna screw this up. Probably so. We get this far, and I typically do something to mess it up. Here we go. Are we ready? We're just gonna pull the Band-Aid off, and I know you guys, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3. We want to cut this in half, or do we want to cut it in 3s? I think we should do 3. Because I should, to be on the safe side, I should not take any risk. I should just cut it in half. But what fun is half? What's up? Oh, dang it, see? I did 5 instead of 5 1/2. That's all right, this is gonna be covered up. The secrets of a baker. Your stuff is always messed up, but they cover it up. So you don't know they messed it up. True story, happens all the time. So 5 1/2, and then 11. Oh my gosh, I think this is going to be, I think this might turn out like the picture. Okay, yeah, so I definitely am messing this up, but that's okay. We're gonna hide it again with the frosting. Yeah, not Texas sheet cake. Holy moly, yeah. Wow. I need to get my spreader. All right. Get it as even as you can get it. This wasn't very smart. This wasn't very smart thinking. Who said we couldn't do 3? All right, so this is the end. We've iced it, put it in the freezer. The trick to get clean cuts with bakery cakes is a warm knife. Telling you, you can't make it up. You legit cannot make it up. Nothing you see is real. It's like magic. Free cake, anyone? Free cake, anyone? Oh gosh. Then, watch this. So that's it. Tracy's Test Kitchen. Chocolate sourdough cake. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Christy. This is a huge hit, and it will probably be on the menu going forward. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a problem. You're going to want to get one. Holy moly, that's good. What's next? Bye.